Today we're going to fit a pair of pivots and a pre-shaped tightened back to this wheelchair. The pivot body has an arc there, which is actually made up of two arcs, one 7/8 22.2 mil and one 25.4, 1 inch. So that when you tighten it onto a tube, there will always be a small gap. So never over tighten. You're never going to get rid of the gap. Fit it to the chair, roughly the same height as the other side. Fit on the locking bracket, and then put in the 6 mil screws. Diagonally, and just snug them down so that the pivot takes its own weight and doesn't move. So now that's in position and can be repositioned to suit. Then put the other two screws in place, tighten those. So they're snug, but not over tightened. And now you can fit the back onto the end of the dumbbell with the threaded nut which tightens the ball and socket joint and locks it in position. So we just do it by hand to get it supported, one side and one the other. And I'm just going to snug these in position so that we can show you the range of movement of the system. An adjustable spanner, doing one at a time, just so that it's more or less in position. Now I can show you the range of movement. So now we can move that forward. We can move it down, and we can move it up. Obviously we can move it asymmetrically forward to one side and back, the same on the other, or we can tilt the back or tilt and have it forward or back. So we can put it in any position. Once you've got it in the position that you'd like, then there's two things to do. One is to tighten up the clamps, and I'm just going to tighten up two diagonally just to demonstrate this, although obviously you would tighten all four when you've finished the fitting. And then I'm going to tighten up the nuts at the end of each of the at the end of the dumbbell. And the trick here, if you want to maintain position and not twist the matrix back out of position, is to rotate, counter-rotate them. So tighten one side and then counter-rotate on the other. So I'm pushing down with my left and pushing down with my right in this particular situation. So the chair, the back doesn't move, but I get the dumbbell nuts quite tight. The same on the other side. So lifting with one and rotating down with the other. Once that's in position, then the chair is actually, the back is actually locked to the chair very securely. To release the back, you press on the quick release button on one side, press on the quick release button on the other, and it can be removed and obviously fitted with the opposite action.